So, Kim, we do need to head over to our next roving reporter, which happens to be our very own Adam Rothenberg. So, Adam, take it away.
Thanks, Kim and Kerry. My name is Adam Rothenberg, and I am a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. And today I am speaking with multi-hyphenate actress and entrepreneur, Kimberly Faye Greenberg, who is known as the go-to Fanny Bryce. In addition to acting and performing, Kimberly is also an entrepreneur where she brings her talents, showing people in the entertainment industry how they can create a resume, a pitch letter, a cover letter, how they can, all the behind the scenes of everything that goes on into being a performer. As a young adult, you do collaboration, which in the My Sexy Business hemisphere, we are all about collaboration. And what would you say is the biggest tip that you could give to an entrepreneur that's just starting out, who's a performer and wants to start their own business sort of the way that you have?
I think the biggest thing is answering a need. So if there's something that you do that other people are asking you, how do you do it? That's where your need lies. I never really considered this many moons ago, so many years ago, but it became like answering a need. Same with my Fanny show that travels the US, which in itself is an entrepreneurial business. You know what I mean? It's answering a need. People are asking for it. And I fulfilled the need. So any kind of skill that a performer has, especially as a performer, because you need income besides just from performing, that you have that makes you unique, that potentially can enhance your career as a performer. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could be like you build websites and people need that. It could be coaching on something that you do very well. But definitely answering the need is the biggest one.
I love that. And that is so important, that if there are people that are asking you for something and you are answering that call, that is the direction you should go.
Yeah, and I just one little addition to that is I feel like sometimes we look at our own skills and we don't think much of them. Like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like for me, doing branding for me wasn't a big deal. It's something that I figured out like many moons ago, and I didn't really think a lot about it. And it was creating momentum, but then you come to realize it doesn't come that easy for other people. So it may even be something that you think is like not that big of a deal, but in actuality it's a very big deal to somebody who doesn't have that capability or skill or thinks in that specific way, but they do something else really great. So that's again answering
Yes.
the
One thing that we sort of in the entrepreneurial land that I've been in, that is something we speak to a lot, that your ordinary is somebody else's extraordinary.
I just think that when things come easy to us, we don't think a lot about them. That might actually be our superpower in a way. And the more you can embrace it and own it, the more successful you'll be, because you're creating your niche that
Yes.
people will gravitate towards. The people who need your skills will gravitate to you. And I mean, many people can do what you do, but
Mhm.
you're bringing your unique self to it. And like, not everybody is for everybody. If you embrace it, then the right people who you can actually help will gravitate towards you. And that's what you want, especially
Yes.
creating an entrepreneurial business.
And it's back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Adam.
My goodness. I love one of the things she said that I want everybody to stop and pause and really hear, Carrie. That is answering what's being asked or answering the need. We all are asked to do something that maybe we're good at, and we blow that off as, well, that couldn't be a business. And there's a lot of people in our community that are living proof to the contrary. They have answered that need. They have done something that seems so simple. But you know what? A lot of times people just make things complicated, and you can't do business with them if it's complicated.
I agree, Kim, and that was a fantastic interview with Adam and Kimberly, and that so many good points out of that. But definitely, finding the need that people have, you bring the solution to the table for the problem, to solve the problems for the people out there. And I also love what Kimberly said about to us, it's very normal. It may not seem special, but to someone else, it's going to make a huge, huge difference.
Well, and Adam quoted one of my favorite things on the planet, and that is that our ordinary is somebody else's extraordinary. I think of things that I do every day that I don't consider that big a deal. Carrie, I know you're the same way. We do things like on the regular, and then somebody asks us and we're like, "What? Like everybody doesn't do that?" And I think it's important.
And Kim, I think there's a really good test out there for anyone that's not sure if what they've got is something that can help others. Actually try and put what you do into a document to teach someone else. And it's amazing how we forget how many steps there are to something, or how there's little tricks and details to things that others don't know about. And I accidentally did this many, many years ago, and I was mind blown at the time of how many things went into one little thing that even I didn't realize, because we just do it. We just get on the treadmill, the virtual treadmill, and just, hammer it out and move along and think nothing of it. But to someone else, that could be absolute gold.
I love that you're saying all of that, Carrie, because I think that's about creating recipes. Like when we are creating a recipe or a process in something, sometimes it looks good on paper and it doesn't work in real life. And we might be doing something all the time that somebody else hasn't figured out how to do it simply. So this whole conversation like gets me fired up, Carrie. I'm so excited.